Zane Clodfelter with OttersTV here with Evansville pitcher Cam Opp. And Cam, welcome to Otters Television. I know you're stoked.
Good to be here.
Yeah, I know you're stoked, and the appropriate backdrop with the Army background there. Coming to the Evansville Otters after playing at West Point, what have you learned about yourself as a baseball player?
I think the biggest thing I've learned is how much I love the game, just for what it is. Because at West Point there's a lot of things going on with school and training, but here it's just pure baseball. And I think just coming to the field every day and playing it, you kind of realize how much you love the game and you want to keep playing.
A lot of people don't know about all the different things you have to do as a student at Army West Point. So what is a typical routine for you when you were a student?
Yeah, it was very different than it is now. Like now it's wake up at 9 or 10 or something like that and get to the field at 1. But at school it was wake up around 6 a.m. and make your bed, and then you got to go to formation, eat breakfast, and then you got classes all day until around 3, and then baseball for 3-4 hours in the afternoon, and then try your best to get 6 hours of homework done in 3 hours so you can go to bed early so you can do it all over again.
So how much just being in that situation for the last handful of years really preparing gets you in a routine to be able to be successful here at the minor league level?
Yeah, I think the coaching staff at West Point really was very, very, very pro-style coaching. They would help you as much as they can, but they expected you to take care of your own business. Work, like when you come to the field, get your work in, throw, talk to them if you needed anything. But I think baseball is very routine. There's a lot of routine to everybody's day, and that's exactly what West Point was. So just kind of getting settled here and getting a routine has been very similar. Whether it was at West Point or here, it's just a different one.
I'm sure you've been to the Army-Navy football game before.
Yeah, so every year they require all the midshipmen, which are the Navy cadets, and then all of the West Point cadets to go. So in the end zone, there's 4,000 Navy midshipmen and then 4,000 West Point cadets right across from each other.
What was Army's record when you were in school?
3-1.
Okay, so
winning record.
There you go, and they kind of have flipped the tide there because for a while it seemed like Navy.
It was 15 years.
Yeah,
which was not fun.
And now you don't want to mess with Army because they're receiving votes and doing all that stuff. So now that you're here with the Otters, what are some goals that you've kind of set for yourself to make yourself a better baseball player with an opportunity to potentially play in affiliated baseball?
Yeah, I think no matter where I play, the number one goal is to be a good teammate, be somebody who is going to help the team, whether that's on the field or off the field. I really enjoy the promotions that we do here, and we're working with ARC and with a lot of the charters and organizations with the younger kids in Evansville. Really enjoyed that. But I think being a teammate's number one, and just trying to push myself, in the weight room and on the field to try to see how far I can go and see how good I can get.
You've really been one of the most reliable guys out of the bullpen for Evansville throughout the year. How do you stay so consistent when baseball really could be a game of up and downs with all the games that you play?
Yeah, I think some of that goes back to some of my background, and especially at West Point, because they grind you every single day. And if you wake up feeling sorry for yourself in an environment like that, it's very difficult to survive. And not like this is like West Point, but it's the same sort of thing. Like when you get pushed mentally and physically, if you kind of keep a level head and just try to work, be a good teammate and try to show up with your best stuff every single day, that's kind of what gets you through some of the ups and downs of pitching pretty frequent.
Finally, what is your walkout song that is always played when you're warming up, and why did you pick it?
I'm kind of an old school guy, so I like the Rolling Stones, so my song's Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones, which is kind of ironic because as a pitcher you're trying to paint the corners, and they call it Paint It Black. So I originally chose that song not really getting the irony of the Paint It Black, and then someone told me about it, and I was like, I should keep this. So.
Yeah, but you just didn't have to admit it and pretend like it.
Yeah, and now I act like I did on purpose.
It was the case the whole time. Well, he'll be a crucial part of Evansville's quest for a third Frontier League championship. He's Cam Opp. I'm Zane Clodfelter. This has been OttersTV.